Hey everyone, over the next 4 days, we'll be attempting to climb one of the North Cascades' most difficult peaks, Mount Shuksan. It's going to be a super exciting journey from the trek-in, cramponing across the Curtis Glacier, passing by extremely steep ice falls, and hopefully rock climbing all the way up to the summit. Rarely can you ever just see the mountain from where you're starting on the trailhead.
I know, that's so nice.
Come on, let's do this. Justin here, best freaking climber I know.
Mountain Shuksan. Here we come.
So myself and Justin, who's going to be guiding us today, started off on the trail, and this is my first time in Washington State. It's absolutely beautiful. Just look at all the trees that we're walking through right now. Holy moly. Anyways, our main checkpoint right now is to get to a lake called Lake Ann, and from there we're going to be able to see our entire route leading up to the summit. Going down right here?
Yeah, dropping into the valley.
Yeah, so dropping about 700 feet, then we'll have to go all the way back up once we get up there. Whew. But hey, I can't complain. This is the pack right now. We're lugging. We're self-sufficient out here.
We're schlepping.
You look like a real climber with that rope though.
I got a rope.
Yeah.
I don't know how to use it, but I've got it.
What are those metal things with spikes on your back? Well, the good weather should be pretty nice the next couple of days, it looks like.
Yeah. Next two look super nice, and then summit day might be kind of cold.
Yeah, Justin's saying we got a nice 10 to 12 hour day on summit day if we go the special routes.
Oh yeah.
What is the special routes, you ask? Well, essentially, we're going to be going up the traditional route, but once we get onto the high glacier, we're actually going to be taking a left instead of a right, which is what most people take. And I mean, that probably hasn't been climbed this season or in the past few years at all. So we don't know if there's crevasses, snow bridges that could collapse, but we're just going to give it a shot anyways, just because it would be cool to climb a route that hasn't even been climbed this season. But yeah, we weren't really worrying about that right now. We were just working through this valley trying to get to Lake Ann. I'm not going to lie, I barely looked into what the climb was like, so
Perfect.
we're just rocking with it. Gonna take it as it goes. But it looks pretty fun. It looks epic. Oh, this looks nice, beautiful.
The valley's so
Yeah. Walking through these valleys, and we'll come up onto the mountain. Moving through the valley, we got this stream right here. It's kind of sketchy, but we were just up there. That's that big hill that was covering the mountain. Now we got the summit of Mount Shuksan. Very beautifully there. I think you can kind of see the routes. What do you think that helicopter's doing up there?
They don't do any like supply drops.
It said the wildfire watch was high on that sign. You think they could be looking around?
The fires?
Yeah.
I bet we'll see fires from the summit.
Really?
On this side, we're not in the smoke yet, but they've closed like 2 or 3 roads that go to the east side of Washington, because there's a shit ton of fires over there.
Wow. But anyway, we continued moving in and out of the trees. We were mostly going down right now because that's just how this trek-in starts, but we were just about to hit the bottom of it so we could finally start moving up into the mountains. All right, Shuksan's over those trees. Just dropped down a solid 700 feet. What's going on?
What is going on? We're supposed to be
Where are
going
you
up the
bringing me?
mountain.
Look at this guy. He brought the whole Trader Joe's sandwich.
Dude, you gotta have the baguette.
He's not messing around.
That'd be classy out here.
Yeah. We're taking a small break right here. We were back there. We're like a couple hours in or something. I don't know. Not keeping track. We're just getting after it. Now we're gonna head back up here and keep going. You can see the mountains a little bit up there. Oh. Making some elevation gain now.
We're going up. Finally.
Whoa, big stream right here. Take it easy.
Okay. Oh, I really don't want to get my feet wet.
We're shooting up this mountain now.
Now we're going uphill.
Making back the progress we lost.
Finally taking ground.
After a little bit more trekking, we finally left the trees and made our way into this more barren alpine zone. A lot of rocks, a lot of smaller shrubbery, but a lot of good views of the mountains nearby, such as Mount Baker. But we were going to move through this, and it was getting a little bit more difficult for sure, because it's just getting more steep, and we also see some snow coming up, so it's going to get interesting. Big glacier right here.
Oh gosh.
Wait, is it creeping on the trail? Oh, it is. Wowzers.
Baker's popping.
Yeah, Baker is looking nice up there. Good summit day. Anybody can climb in bluebirds though. That tree right there is decimated. What even happened?
There's a little breeze.
Yeah, we're getting pretty close. That's where my finger is. Bam, summit. We've already come such a long way. Hello.
You're almost there.
Just over this ridge. We're almost a quarter of the way there, is what they meant to say.
We continued to make our way up in elevation, kind of just moving across these rocks and little snow patches that were left over from the winter. But as we reached around 5,000 feet or so, we were pretty much right at Lake Anne, which once again is where the hike ends and the climb actually begins. But, you know, we had to get that cold plunge first.
Alternative route. The normie routes, the Sigma route.
Oh, geez. I'm gonna be honest. Lake Anne looks a little cold.
Yeah, this is a cold plunge if I've seen one. What would Goggins do, bro? How are we going to climb all the way up there? We can't even do a little measly cold plunge. So that's another 4,000-ish feet to get to the top of that. The route is pretty crazy though, as you can see. No, we got close to this. It used to be just a small hill, just in a few hours. We're moving out here. But yeah, I think, yeah, that's the glacier now, Curtis Glacier, and we'll kind of wrap around, but this looks epic. Will be fun. But first we got business to handle here. Nice place to swim right there.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Look at this.
Come on.
This is sick.
Out of the wind.
Dude, you kidding me? Cold plunge with the view of our climb.
Yeah, this is nice.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Oh, that's not even that bad. You just gotta ignore the pieces of ice that are...
I think it's gonna be really cold.
Why does that look like poop? Just avoid that patch. Ooh, it is brisky here. You just gotta get it over with.
Dude, that's gotta be so cold. Nice.
Alright, testosterone's skyrocketing right now.
Alright, here we go.
About to fly up the mountain.
Alright.
Are you going for the head dip?
Yeah.
Madman.
Alright, we're post cold plunge.
Yeah, now we're ready. We're getting out of here. Heading up the mountain even more now. Come on.
Come on.
Let's lock back in.
After that excursion, we got our packs back on and then just continued trekking back up the trail. As you can see, it's pretty mellow here. We got a bunch of big boulders, but it's gonna get really steep soon. Although it's not really comparable to what we'll be going through in the next few days, but this is called the Fischer Chimney, a very iconic part of the route. It's just gonna get really steep, really fast, and have some good rock climbing, which we're really gonna have to lock in on, because we do have 40-pound packs, which is always a little bit sketchy when you're rock climbing with. But yeah, we're just making our way up to them right now. And look at this view. I mean, Massachusetts has better views, but this is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
The camera pane, giant rock, to Justin, to Mount Baker, to the valley, and then to Chuksan. Literally a 360 panorama. Hans is moving up this ridge. Pretty much above the tree. We're getting above these trees right here. These are some of the tallest boys up here. Got some small shrubbery up there, but not gonna lie, just the environment right here. One of the most scenic approaches I've been on, even compared to the base camp trek.
So before we could really start dialing in some elevation gain on the Fischer Chimney, we had this giant ice snow patch that was still there from the winter or as part of the glacier. I'm not really sure. But it was literally just blocking us, and you could actually slide down it and get really hurt. So we had to take out our ice axes and traverse over this thing before we could make it onto the chimneys.
Good. Climbing and the heckling opportunity in the other hill. right? This is like a moat.
A moat.
Yeah.
So Justin pointed out that there was a moat in between where we needed to go and the snow patch we were standing on. My mans went to go investigate it, and oh boy, was there a moat. And we were standing right on top of that overhang above literally that 10-foot drop. Absolutely insane. So we just traversed down, went around it, and then finally we were on the Fischer Chimney where we were going to get some rock climbing in and then hopefully make it up to camp by the end of the day.
Just look at, like, I was literally standing right there. You never even realize that thing is held up by that pillar.
So we started our way up the chimneys, which were going to get progressively more technical as we went on. And of course, Justin had us on a rope because he is my guide and I went through a company. So if I ended up dying because I wasn't roped in, it wouldn't be the best look. So we're being extra safe this trip. Don't worry about it, Mom. But anyways, things started to get much more interesting as we were going up in altitude with some really nice drops on the side.
Oh yeah, the elevation gain is coming in now.
I know. Now we're getting steep. How'd that feel?
That was nice.
Pretty chill, pretty easy.
The pack with the 40
The pack
pound,
makes it interesting
45
for
pounder.
sure.
Yeah. Because you have to be so much more careful, like, with the way you move your body.
Yeah, because you're a little bit like unbalanced
Yeah.
from it, I feel like.
Too much jolts, you're just like, that's why I was falling off the trail so much. Because it'd be like you'd step off a little bit and then your pack would just go.
Takes ya.
Yeah.
The glacier.
The summit's still pretty far away. You know how it has that hazy look to it?
I know.
That just shows it's far away.
Yeah, now we're looking at the chimneys proper. They go kind of straight up through these
Yeah.
cliffs.
Oh, I think so. Right there, kind of to the left of those trees.
Yep, exactly. We'll kind of go
Yeah.
up through there. There's some like traversing to the right as well. And we'll make our way basically up to that glacier up there.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna be,
Yep.
that's technical, and then boom, glacier. Kind of work our way around, then the top. And usually people, if you were climbing it from the normal route, I guess, you'd go up that way.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miraculous. Dang, I use a lot of adjectives in my videos, but I've never used miraculous.
When you actually speak.
Yeah, people are making fun of me. They're like, you say crazy too much and nice. You know what? I'm switching it up.
There you go.
So there's kind of two parts to the Fischer Chimney. We just did the first one, which was more rock scrambling, more calm, more chill. And now as we walk over these rocks up to the base of the second level, as I like to call it, it's going to get a lot more technical, a lot more steep, and this will lead us right into camp. So we just had to traverse up this bad boy.
Okay.
Making our way to the chimney.
Approaching the chimney. Come on now. Some loose rockage here leading up. Man, just treading. This is lethal. How did you go down this so fast? That's
Use your
what.
heels to like dig into the snow. Your feet
Oh.
might get a little wet, but
That's genius. Oh, genius strategy. Come on. Yeah. All right. Beginning of Fischer's Chimney. He's getting up there, and we're just kind of gonna work our way up, going in turns, making sure we don't fall. Progress so far. Oh yeah.
So we started our way up this part of the Fischer Chimney. It's going to get pretty steep from here on out. Of course, I'm roped in. Justin has anchored that rope to a rock right here, as you can see. So if I did fall, you know, I wouldn't slide off the edge of the mountain. The rock would catch me. Just an extra little safety measure as we move up this.
Nice traverse right here.
yeah, just take your time. Keep your left hand like on the mountain.
Yeah. Ah, what a nice trail.
I know.
Oh. You just imagine that it's flat there and you walk normally.
Exactly.
No guardrails,
No guardrails.
no railings.
Help. All right, pause for a second there.
Mom, pick me up.
So after traversing across this ridge, we were approaching another part of the chimney, and this would probably be the most technical and hardest parts of the entire Fischer Chimney.
Well, this one's fun.
I know, it's fun. Putting the TX4s to work, baby.
Oh, absolutely. Ah. In the
Dude,
meantime,
that traverse is the coolest section.
yeah,
Just
look
how
at that.
aesthetic it is. It's like right on a cliff.
I know. That was crazy. Looking at it now is like, oh, you know, but like now you can see the drop perfectly.
Yeah. I love this route. This route's so cool.
agile he is. No fear. Oh, hello, you little yellow jackets. Please get off. I'm about to lock in. Stop. I'm locking in. You're not getting a free climb, buddy. You're not getting a free climb. I feel like it would be so sketchy if you were going up this and people are above you. Like a rock. There's so much loose rock. You just get taken out. That's why we got the helmets on. Hello. These yellow jackets are crazy. What is his name? Sir. Yeah, this big step, huh? Lunge, you know I work the lunges. The step ups.
Lunge, the pull up, the step up.
Guess how much step ups I'll do in my basement, the dungeon, with the 35 pounder on.
200 reps.
800.
Oh.
Here we go.
Let's go.
So I think once we get to the top of this sort of hill, we're nearing the glacier.
Yeah. Getting towards the top of the chimney here. About to gain the glacier.
This is what we've just been working up. And we'll stop at the glacier, push up the next day. Or, yeah, morning.
As you can see, we've made quite a bit of elevation gain on the Fischer Chimney. You can see the lake all the way off in the distance, but we just had one more part of the chimney, and then we'll be getting onto the glacier, and it'll just be a little bit longer until we reach our camp.
Oh, just moved up this chimney. Glacier right here. It's like a whole different level.
World.
Seriously.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, the chimneys all fall away, and there's just a huge glacier coming off the north side of Shuksan. And then all those peaks that way, that's all Canada. We're like
Canada.
super close to the...
Look at this snow, just giant glacier. This is what we like to see. About to get some technical ice climbing in right here. Up onto this.
All right, let's see it.
Just one jump.
All right, let's see it. Be an athlete. Beautifully done.
Let's go. That's something our ancestors would have done.
That's primal. Why don't we pop out our ice axes just in case?
Yeah, who knows? Could be a snow bridge collapse here. We're so far away now.
So we decided now would be a good time to rope up until we get to camp. We also have our ice axes out because even though it doesn't look that dangerous, if we do end up slipping at some points here, we may fall thousands of feet off into the distance to our left, as you can see. And of course, there might be a snow bridge collapse. You never know out here, so it's better to be safe.
The heat, it gets so much more hot when you're on the snow. Whoa. Beautiful.
You push through.
What a nice little slope right there, though. No, that would be a nice slide if you took a tumble.
Oh yeah.
But you could hit a nice arrest on this.
Yeah.
So we were kind of like all the way down there. Like we were on the other side of this thing when we started.
You see where those cars are way in the distance?
Oh yeah. Damn. Wait, find it. Cars. There's a road there. Oh yeah, you can see the cars. We didn't park there, but very, very close to those shimmering boys. And then zoom.
Now we're way over here.
Yeah, getting on par with Mount Baker. Not quite there yet, but...
After traversing over that snow, we walked up these rocks, which would lead us to a pretty solid camp location, which we'll set out from for the summit tomorrow morning.
Is this a spot?
This is a spot. This could be home. Could be
Nice. No, this is looking like home sweet home. Solid day working up all that. And then nice and early, make our move up this. And that's the summit up there. Here's what we got going. You already all know the drill. The fruit leather, every break, RX bar, every break.
Dude, but you gotta get the chicken tenders.
Yeah, this guy has chicken tenders. Like, come on, this isn't an insane strat. Of course I do. And then of course we have the Fit Aid. Get the amino acids in. A lot of stuff. And the Coke creatine. Gets us from point A to point B, you know what I mean? No, it is just creatine. Throw that in the water, and we're good to go. Chicken tenders. This is like Camp 2, man. We're tourists out here.
After about a 6.5 hour day, we set up our tent, set up our camp, took some snow, boiled it, Inside of the tent, of course, had the 0-degree sleeping bag just in case it gets chilly in the middle of the night. And from there, we just waited out until sunsets, went to bed to wake up at 4:30 tomorrow to push for the summits.
5 a.m. We're out here. Got the sunrise on the other side. Ooh, look at those little clouds moving through up there. Justin's out here boiling up some of that water so we can get that oatmeal. We're gonna make our way out of this little gulf we've been in, make our way up there, and continue up, and then soon, I don't know, 8 hours, something like that, we'll be up there.
So we started our summits push by moving up the Lower Winnie Slide. That's what this little hill is called. It actually gets pretty steep, so we were once again roping up. Justin, the savage he is going to move up, set a pitch, and then I can move up. So again, you know, there's a good little slide to our left here, and if you went down that, it probably wouldn't be pleasant, as you'll see in a second.
Moving up the Winnie Slide. That's an actual cliff right there. But Justin's just up there setting up the pitch, hammering it in. I'm almost up there. I'm getting close. Alright, so now moved up. This is Winnie Slide, right?
Yeah.
Up there, steep part. Glacier now.
Yeah.
Things are starting to get a bit more real now. As you can see, the crevasses, ice fall, and just ice seracs up ahead. But basically, our route is going to be moving up this. It's called the Upper Curtis Glacier, and then we're going to be taking a left around the giant summit pyramid that you see here, instead of taking a right, which is the traditional route. Past that, Justin doesn't know what's over there. I don't know what's over there. We don't even know if it's climbable, but we're going to get up there and give it a shot.
We're moving up this face right now. Axe is out just in case we we don't tumble out here, Justin.
We don't tumble. But
we don't tumble.
But if we did, we have our axes to self-arrest, so we're chilling.
Exactly.
Before heading into the unknown, we had to move all the way up this face to get onto the Upper Curtis Glacier. Luckily, the snow was pretty intact and frozen, so it offered good traction for our crampons to stick into. But of course, need to be careful, especially when recording, because now we're in a no-fall zone, so if one of us falls, the other person just has to ice axe arrest and hope it stops both of us, because we're roped into each other.
It's so cool looking at that tent right there. That's a nice tent spot.
That's a cool spot, kind of perched.
Yeah. What do we got in here? Little bowl. Little bowl action. Jess and I about to hop on the long rope. One of us falls in a crevasse. Other one rests.
You'll catch me, right?
Yeah, but I don't know how to pull you out, so.
It's okay, I'll send the rope out. Hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Continuing to make distance. I mean, that was some gainage already.
Oh yeah, a few hundred feet, maybe 400 feet out of camp. Just like that.
Yeah, so basically, we're gonna head up this. So the normal route for Shuksan is you go up this and you would take the glacier to the left. You know, pretty mellow, right? Now we're taking the Sigma route. We're going up to the left and we're gonna like wrap around the entire thing, then go up. Untamed. Has it even been touched this season, Justin?
Probably not. We'll see if we see tracks.
Hidden crevasse right here. Could even be a part of like this big crack.
Yeah, totally.
Those things stretch.
Even though the summit looks like it's right there, we're going to have to traverse around it, and it's a couple thousand feet of gain, so that's going to take a lot out of us. But pretty cool, you can see behind me, the entire shadow of the mountain is casted on the entire landscape.
Alrighty, this is where we begin our own routage.
The great unknown.
Just walk up to where you were, right?
Yeah, you can do the same.
Yeah, sure. The great unknown. Usually you keep going straight on this trail.
Yeah, I don't see the track.
Look at these clouds.
Me and you, Ryan.
That thin layer of clouds. Whew. Alrighty. I've located Mans's footsteps. Let's do it.
So this is the point where we branch off from the traditional trail over to our own little route. As we continue up in elevation, we just have to keep an eye out for an actual route that we can take up and make sure it's not blocked by crevasses or some sort of sketchy terrain that we shouldn't go over.
Lake Anne? Oh shoot. That's it right there. We've come so far. And I wonder if we can see. Yeah, you can still see the cars where we came up from. Oh, big distance. Flatness. A beautiful thing. We got the Canadian mountain range on our left. What's it called? Chilliwack. Once we get over this, we'll be able to see the sunrise. Oh yeah. It's already on Mount Baker back there. Man's getting close to that edge.
Oh, it's such a cool edge.
I need to get closer. Little bergschrund right there.
Yeah.
Locating a route up and around that crevasse. Now we're indulging in an RX bar. Now we're gonna head up this. I believe we're actually gonna go around this big rock and we'll take it around, or we're either gonna go like that and find our way up there from the other side. Here comes the man.
So currently we're on the left side of the summit pyramid trying to locate a route because there isn't any sort of trail that could tell us where to go. But we did notice that if we went straight ahead we could traverse through and then move up to the right of this rock up here, which would put us on the north side of the mountain. The only issue is on the right side there is crevasses, and on the left side there is a few thousand feet drop in an ice fall, and not to mention it's incredibly steep leading into that. So if one of us falls, I don't even think the ice axe would dig into the snow and it would definitely be over. So I had to put away the GoPro here to make sure my footwork and just my focus was fully there.
Mini Kumbu ice fall right here. Oh, that's crazy. Wild. This little area is reassuring. A little bit of a reason why nobody treads up here. That was brutal on the feet.
Oh, totally. Such a steep traverse.
Yeah.
Once it flattened out a bit, I was able to bring out my GoPro, and you can just see the actual scale of it now. The head GoPro didn't capture how steep it actually was, but this one definitely does.
The sun is cracking out right over that snow.
Gimme.
I want to see what's on the other side so bad. We've just been working up to this point for so long now. Alright, making it to the top here. We got the sun coming out right there. And here's the crack we were looking at. And kind of we came from over there. We literally went across that. I mean, that's insane. Look at that thing. Alright, we're gonna get over this. Then we're gonna be in little new territory. We have less than 1,000 feet to go. At least that's what my watch says. Yes, sir.
It's always just a great feeling when you're mountaineering and you finally feel that sun on you after just traversing over cold snow in the shade for hours. But yeah, I mean, we're finally getting onto the north side of the mountain, which would lead us up to the summit ridge.
What? Beautiful. Are you kidding me? Look at there. That thin layer of clouds is just so cool. So we're gonna probably drop down here and then go up somewhere behind this. Oh, in the sun too? And then we're out of the wind.
As we moved down onto the north face of the mountain, we were welcomed with a gigantic glacier. Of course, now we had to figure out a new route to be able to move further up the mountain and avoid any snow bridges or crevasses.
The one on the towards the right or on the left? Yeah, so kind of go through, like take it far back and then move in up that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
All right.
It looks like it'll
Just a small detour. Just move across this whole field.
Track below us right here.
Yeah, I see. No easy route, huh? Not up here. Feel like you could just touch these clouds right here.
I know, we're right on them.
There were some clouds forming, but it wasn't anything severe yet, so we continued making our way through this glacier, hoping to make it to the base of the summit's ridge, which was just right there. We just had to get to the base of it so we could begin climbing to the summit.
This is sick. Wow. Just made our way from down there. Now this little flat part. We're gonna see if we can move up this. If we can't get up this way, we'll drop down and then go up that way more. We want to stay to the right. And we're moving up this whole bad boy until we get up to the top. Brother, we're getting socked in, brother.
Wow, down here.
Where are y'all coming from? We don't want you here. The snow is so soft. Look at this little sneaky guy. Sneaky crack. Woo. Just digging these crampons in. That's the key. Alright, moving up that big hill now, finishing it off till we get on the ridge, which is right up there. That traverse was pretty sketchy.
So steep.
Yeah, and the snow is kind of unsteady. Now we're socked in. We just got...
Pop back above it.
Yeah, we'll definitely get back above this.
With that, we had completely circumnavigated the Shuksan Summit's pyramid. So now we're going to drop back into the normal route, which is the sulfide glacier, and we're just going to go up for a little bit before we get onto all rock, which is going to be the summit's ridge, and that'll lead us to the summit. And we were just going to have to push through this despite being out for around 5 hours or so, and hope these clouds really don't get worse, because they were getting a little bit frustrating at this point.
Wow, look at it come through the clouds. So you move all the way up through that snow? Yeah, or the ridge on the right. Alright, now we just gotta push up this bad boy. We're approaching these rocks. Technical rock climbing is gonna be so brutal after that haul. Alright, the transition begins here.
Once we found a good spot at the beginning of the summit's ridge, we took off our crampons and boots and put on much lighter, just climbing shoes, because now we're not really going to be on any snow or ice, we're just going to be on rock. Of course, we're going to stay roped up as we climb. We're going to have to do a bunch of pitches to get up this thing because, I mean, we're exhausted at this point, and now we have to climb up pretty steep rock. So, yeah, we just got started on that.
That was a nice one. How's our plants up here?
It's wild.
So this is definitely the most technical climbing I've ever done, so Justin was kind of giving me lessons as we were going up, but essentially he moves up first, sets up a cam, and attaches the rope that I'm attached to on it, and kind of just keeps giving me slack as I move up, so in case if I fall, then the rope is going to catch me. You know, I'm trying to not be a tourist anymore, guys. There's no fixed lines out here. This is true alpinism.
I don't know how there's flowers up here. Makes no sense. Not even cold. We're moving. Progress update. Moving up this. See that lake down there where my finger is? That's where we took the cold plunge. 8,800 feet. Just about. Take out this little Larry right here. Alright, walk in.
So now we were only just a few hundred feet away from the summit, and it's at this point the ridge is going to get the most technical it's been. So we really had to focus, even with the wind battering us and honestly being pretty tired at this point.
Oh, perfect hold. Oh, this is primal. This is gnarly. Sheesh.
Oh, that sweet pitch.
Yeah, it was. That giant pitch. Continuing up. So cool how we can see where we came from now.
Yeah, this other glacier.
Went up and around and then up this.
Once again, it's going to get a little bit technical here, so we're just kind of discussing the best routes we can take to move up this part.
We're taking our little anchorage out. Alright, we're about to have to lock in here because, yeah, this is definitely something right here. Gotta get onto this part, which is kind of weird. Definitely weird. Oh, yeah. Wow. Why does it smell like marijuana all of a sudden? No way people are smoking up on top. Don't do drugs. And now I go up this. Justin, who the heck is smoking up there? What a bunch of hooligans.
So there were definitely some people smoking on top of the summit, and all I gotta say, that's just classic, but it does seem a little bit sketchy to be doing at 9,000 feet on a technical peak. But anyways, we just continued moving up these rocks, pitch after pitch, and the reason why it's a little bit sketchy is because you're kind of walking on an incline leaning into the right face of the ridge, so just had to be really careful.
Nice. Come on now. The look back. Oh, what a nice ridge, seriously. Alright, this will be a good one. We're so socked in. It's moving and going. I'm coming. Alrighty, let's get up this bad boy.
So the clouds had been coming in and out just like they had been for the last couple hours, and the winds were absolutely hollering at this point, and of course just in time for when I come across this giant boulder rock that I have to climb up. So it was going to be a little bit of a challenge, but we were committed to getting to the top.
Perhaps I will go around. Gotta go up this. Alright. That's alright. Big steps. Muscle this one out. Muscled.
That giant rock wall led us onto this ridge that drops off on both sides, and once we get to the end of the ridge, we'll have to carry out one more pitch until we're at the summit.
Well, we're getting up there.
Last pitch.
Really?
Taking it to the top, baby.
Come on! Here we are. Boy, he's going up. Nice finale right here.
So we began our final push for the summit, and as you can see, the clouds are just wrapping around the entire summit pyramid, and overall just made it a really cool atmosphere to climb into.
Oh, we're gonna be right above the cloud. This is nuts. that means. I don't know, I'm just saying things. Finish her off. How is there still flowers? I don't get it. How do you have flowers at my house? We did it!
We did it! Mighty Mount Shuksan. Guys like us.
Wow, it's kind of chill up here.
After around 6 to 7 hours of climbing, we had made it to the top of Mount Shuksan. It's just above 9,100 feet, and there was a cool little capsule that had a pen and a notepad that you can sign your name on. You already know we were leaving our mark here.
Yeah. Look how insane that is. That's where we just came up. Yeah, backflip right there. Oh, if you just backflipped off of this cliff, bro, you could rip out world record.
World record number of backflips.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, basically went zzz, dun, 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 and then bam, came around town, saw this ridge, boom, and then pushed up this bad Larry. What a successful freaking summit. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Big clouds moving in. All right, we're packing up from the summit. We've been up here for solid, I don't even know, it's probably been an hour, no, 45 minutes, something. Now we're gonna descend down this way. We're gonna go a different way than what we came, and we'll see different stuff.
So unfortunately, we couldn't outrun the clouds. The weather had basically consumed us at this point. Because of this and the fact that going down is ultimately more difficult and harder than going up, we decided to go down the traditional route, which has the iconic feature, the Hell's Highway. And you'll see why it's called the Hell's Highway in a second. But first, we had to belay ourselves down from the summit pyramid, get off the rocks, and back onto the glacier.
Oh, not anymore. I'm just gonna take like a big step onto that rock.
Yeah, there you go. You should have that song.
Yo.
Reckless.
We're zooming.
Nice. Lean back. Put it down, climb.
So if you're unaware of what's going on, we're basically doing the reverse of what we were doing on the way up. Justin's at the top, has my rope anchored in, and is slowly giving me slack, but not too much to the point where I can fall on my own behalf. He's keeping it tight so it keeps me nice and stable and in control. So we just had to go back and forth belaying down the summit pyramid until we would finally reach the snow and could throw our crampons back on.
Okay, I'm off rappel.
Holy crap.
And of course, as we were going down, we ended up going back onto the rocks, and then in between the rock and the glacier, which we needed to get to, was just this giant little moat. So we had to figure out how to get over this thing now, with crampons on.
You just like get in here.
You got slack.
You get in here. Just a little, it's just a simple little hop.
Nice. He stomps it.
Nice. Oh.
So now that we were off the summit pyramid, we just had glacial descent in front of us and soon the Hell's Highway.
Bam, it's clear. This is new territory for us. We've never been here before. Big crack. So what, does it just dip down right there?
Yeah, we'll take it right before that tower.
And that's Hell's Highway, right?
Yeah.
Shoosh. All right, so we're out of the clouds and we have Hell's Highway right there, which is what we're gonna take to get down. Then our camp is all the way down there. Look at these mountains though. Beauties right here. HE double hockey stick highway. H word, we can't say that. Okay. Ooh. It looks like some sort of ski slope. Justin's scoping the highway real quick because this drop is insane. So we went straight up, continued up that way on our way in. Now we got this way down.
As you can see, once again, this is a no-fall zone, and we're just going to be really careful as we down climb because we don't want to just funnel into the entire glacier because we'd have a long way to go. But this was really our last big obstacle before we would get back down to camp.
Kind of turn around.
Yeah.
Try to point down climb.
Machine. If you look upside down, it doesn't look as steep. What degree slant do you think this is right here?
I think the steepest bit is probably like 60 or so.
Yeah, look at this thing. Ooh. All right, off Hell's Highway, and just look at this madman coming down. It's kind of fun, not gonna lie. Last hill, might as well fuck it out. Mount Shuksan somewhere back there in the clouds. We're off the main glacier. We're not out yet. We have to go through this, then down Winnie Slide. Then we'll be at camp. All right, so we've arrived back at camp. How long of a day was that? 8.5, 9 hours, maybe. Now we're gonna just eat and then head down tomorrow morning.
With that, we had gotten our summits and made it back to camp safely, so now we were just gonna eat and then go to bed. And then on day 3, we woke up to a goat outside of our camp, and now it was finally time to head on out of here.
Remember, viewer retention drops after you summit, so you need to get down as fast as possible. Making our way down Fischer Chimney. There she is, the traverse. Late night campsite. Come on now, give me some.
Go.
Come on now, let's go.
Let's go.
Huge, hey, huge.
Let's go. Let's go.
Back at the car.
We'd love to see it.
All right, that's another successful climb. Everyone subscribe. Couple weeks, we're doing another one with the man here.
Let's go.
Rainier, it's gonna be solid, so subscribe for that. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.